Welcome back to another episode. This one's just going to be a quick little tour of our van. A few people have asked us about that, so we thought you'd show you around. Jess is going to do the inside, I'll do the outside, and we'll start with the front. I guess we should start with the van, shouldn't we? So it is a 20.6 off-road zone RV. The reason why we chose this one is because there's zero timber in it at all, and they're lightweight, and we didn't want any rot. We were scared of timber rot. So out of all the vans that we researched, it was going to be zone or titanium. Yeah, it was going to be zone or titanium, and I think zone won just because there was no timber. All right, so at the front of the van we have a Cruisemaster DO35 hitch. That's probably one of the best ones on the market, I'd reckon. And then just all your normal power and everything there. Nothing really too fancy here. Just gas bottles. We got one big gas bottle and one little gas bottle. So if we ever take the car for camping or something, we just take the little one off. And then it did have two little ones, but sometimes the places don't have the 3.5 kilo swap and goes. Stone Stomper, which has been awesome. It's done its job. We've only been down on a few dirt roads, but it's without any broken windows or dents in the van, so that's good. Toolbox, pretty good. Fair bit of room in there. We haven't really stocked it up. A huge, massive big tunnel boot. Goes right through. That's where Jess sleeps when she's naughty. Yeah, we got an extra light there. We when we ordered the van, we couldn't inspect it because of COVID, and they asked if we wanted a gas bayonet here, and we said yes, but we didn't realise it already come with one, so we paid for an extra one as well, and we don't use any of them because we're not allowed. Just a standard awning. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of options for the outside. We didn't really spec it up that much, apart from like the aircon and stuff, but that's all the inside. We've got 720 watts of solar on the roof. We've got airbag suspension, which is pretty cool. So this controls all the airbags. We don't know how to switch on, but it's pretty cool. You just go up and down, left and right there. Bit of an outdoor entertainment area. We've only put the TV out here once, just because we felt like we had to. And yeah, that's kind of it. What else did we do? Oh, we got the 300 litres of water, so we got 3 water tanks plus a grey water tank. And we got the rear bar with 1 spare tyre, and all strengthened underneath for like recovery points. If we ever get stuck, which it's a big van, so we probably will. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the outside done. I'll show you guys inside. Come on. Alright, so right in our doorway, we have a few things that we've added to the caravan. One of the first things is up here. So this is one of our drop bear storage pockets. We use it to store things like our keys and different objects that we can keep up here. Down here, we have this awesome little 6 pocket storage area that we got from Walker's Creek. We keep our things like our hammock and lots of dog things. So dog leads, dog collars that have their little night light on, which is great for when they're doing toilets, a brush just to give everything a bit of a sweep, and we also have our clothesline case and stuff that we keep in here. All right, head on inside. Here we have our Bushman fridge. It is a nice and big one. We've got our freezer, which we keep things like our meat and our frozen veggies, and then we have our fridge, which we use these awesome little tubs that I got from Bunnings for $5 to store things so they don't move around so much.
Get one out?
Get one out. So I'll get this one out. Got things like my avocados and some lemons and limes. I found if I didn't put these in a container, they would roll out of the fridge, and Colby's heard me say some not nice words as my avos got smashed on the ground. So now we keep them stored away in a little pocket like that. We keep our soda stream in here. It just fits in its little storage And yeah, it's 190 litres dual zone, so that's pretty cool. We have this pretty little art that we got from Melodorus, which is a nice way to give us inspiration for our love of Australia. We've only done this a little bit, so we've got so much more to do. All right, one of my favourite cupboards is our pantry. So we've got vitamins, we try and keep healthy on the road, but tea, you'll notice there's no coffee. We've actually given up coffee since being on the road. Then I've got things like my kettle gets stored in here. Just at the back there's extra milk and things like that. Then you can tell we are on the road because this is where I keep my mee goreng. And then just things like potatoes and onions, again in one of these little containers from Bunnings. And then we also eat a bit of like lentils and chickpeas and stuff. Sometimes we mix it up in terms of veg food. So really good spot for cans. Then what we've got is under here, this is a great little buy from Kmart. It's actually a magazine holder, I'm pretty sure, but it fits our cans as well. And I've got, oh hey Jimmy, he heard me rustling around for food. And then I've got just like some recipes and stuff like that, which goes in the back as well. And I also keep my like aluminium and different things down there. It's a nice little spot. We did keep our honey here, but if you saw on Instagram, that went for a bit of a dive and landed over a whole bunch of carpet. So we've had our first casualty for the driving. I just opened the door, come have a look, and I was like, what on earth is that has spilt? And it's our 3 kilo tub of honey that I reckon we still had.
It was full.
Yeah, it was at least 3/4 full. So what's happened is our pantry closet has come open. I don't even remember opening it at the last stop. We usually check all our cupboards before we drive, but apparently this one felt compelled to come open. And now we've lost about $20 worth of honey. So this carpet's obviously going in the bin. Do we let the dogs have a go at trying to clean it, or is that going to make them sick? All right, well.
Time to clean.
I'm going to clean this up. I'm so annoyed. I'm like, that's our mat. It's our doormat. We don't have a doormat now. There's no way I'm going to get the honey out of that.
Oh well.
Look at the dogs. The honey's just chewing on them. We have another little pantry that slides out here. I've got things like the dog food. We use this cool, what is it? It's like an airtight container. We used to keep our coffee beans in there, but now I keep things like flour and oats, which is good. Keeps it nice and fresh, and it fits perfectly in here. Again, you can tell that I love these containers from Bunnings. They just fit in the pantry so well. So we've got all our spices live there, things like our oil, and I usually just keep the dog bowls on top as well. All right, let's keep, under our fridge is actually, we've got a little handle here, and inside you'll find our gas water heater and gas heater for the van as well. So we have lots of little vents everywhere that if it gets cold, we can turn it on and it heats up the van inside, and that's what runs our hot water system, which is pretty cool. All right, while we're down this end of the van, I'll give you guys a little tour of our ensuite. All right, so this is our bathroom area. We like to keep everything pretty much as scatter-free as we can, including things like we've got these cute little toothbrush holders that we got from Bunnings there from a brand called Toiletries. We have them scattered throughout our bathroom to store things. We've got different drawers. That's my drawer with like creams and stuff. Then we've got just like first aid kind of stuff up there. Underneath, Colby's got his side and I've got my side, and just extra storage. We've got different containers. I'm pretty sure I got those ones from Kmart. They're really useful. And little containers as well. You'll find that clear containers is the way to go in a caravan, because then you can actually see what you're trying to find. Helps you get what you want more. Helps you get what you want quicker is what I'm trying to say. All right, in this part of the caravan, we have got our airhead composting. Over here we've got our airhead composting toilet. We're actually yet to use the main part of the toilet, but we went out of our way to get this particular toilet, there's an Australian brand called Nature's Head, and they are good, but we found that the Airhead is I'd say it's a superior product purely because of the fact that if you need to empty your wee, you don't have to undo all the latches for your main part of the toilet to empty that, and generally you're going to be emptying that more than you do the main bit. So if I had to empty it, all I have to do is I undo these 2 screws and it slides out just like that, and then I've got a lid that I can use and I can carry it, and it doesn't look like a big yellow container of pee. So nice and easy, goes straight back in. Do little things like that. So that's our composting toilet. We love it. It has a little vent that pops out the back. And all right, let's switch around onto here. I'm not on the toilet. We've got just some like yoga mats, towels. We keep all our toilet paper here. I've got, you can't see in there, just some extra cupboards in here. I keep all my cleaning products in here as well. We have a 3.5 kilo washing machine, which does use quite a bit of power, but it's been really handy when we've been camped at a caravan park. We're on their water and electricity, and it saves us having to spend the $4 for their washing machines as well. Okay, yep. All right, up the top, I keep things like sheets up here. I've got my laundry powder and towels. Obviously, the little microfiber ones fit nice and easy, so that's good. And then again, we've got things just like Advil and things like that up here, first aid kit. Airguard couldn't have too much of that, and things like our COVID tests if we ever need them get stored up there as well. I guess I better show you the shower. Alright, so this is our shower. It's actually huge, honestly. Like, I'm small, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 of my feet long, which is crazy. Like, you know, you could do workout in here. Not that you should be doing workout. Alright, this little guy actually came like that, but it's a bit of an awkward angle when you're trying to have a shower. So Colby found this guy on eBay, I'm pretty sure, and it's really cool. It just sits out like that, and you can change the angle. It's got a little hook. Most of the time when I'm having a shower in here anyway, I take this off and I give myself a little rinse and do it that way, because obviously if you're off grid, you don't want to use too much water. Again, we've got more of those toiletries. We've got like a little hook for my face wipe. Suction hooks are great, and we've chosen this one, which we got from Bunnings. We actually have 2 other ones which we normally hang our towels on, but our towels are outside drying on our washing line, which we installed. So we have got these air vents as well, which we love. They're really good at sucking out all the mist and moisture out of them. You've got like a little micro open that you can click if it starts to rain. You can reverse it so it's actually a fan. And yeah, they're pretty nifty little things. Massive game changer, especially in this little tight area like this. All right, let's come out of the bathroom. So I'm going to come out of the bathroom and we're going to continue down. But first of all, we do have our map. Our friends Gavin and Tara gave this to us when we told them we were about to do a lap of Australia, and we're yet to draw on it. It's been one of those things that we keep meaning to. But yeah, so far we've done Mackay to Cape trip, and we've been in this van now for 6-7 weeks. So we're loving it. But yeah. All right. We're going to keep going that way. Now we're going to walk through the kitchen and get to the bedroom. We have a 3 gas burner and a stovetop, which is really good. One of the best things is it's not like a normal gas cooker at home. If you accidentally leave one of your nozzles on, it doesn't leak gas, and that's a requirement of caravans these days. It's a really good safety.
Even though it's a 3, would you agree that just 2 big ones would be better?
Yeah.
Because you can't fit much. Like if you have a fry pan on that.
Yeah, like for perspective, this is where we keep our things. If I'm cooking a pasta, I can really only get 2 pans on this comfortably. I don't know what you might put there as like a third one. If you've got 3 little pots, it's fine, but if you're using like a big fry pan, you can really only use it as a 2 gas burner. But yeah, so All right, so let's keep going through the van. All right, so we have a microwave, which is a massive luxury. We don't use it. We've seen other people that say they use those every day, maybe if you had a kid or something and you were reheating meals. But I think we've maybe used it twice, to be honest. That one time that we bought frozen meals from Coles because we were too lazy to cook ourselves dinner. But yeah, so I mean, if you use a microwave, it's really handy. We have this on the floor, which I'm walking on, is carpet. We got this from Carpet Court, I want to say. We just got like an offcut out the back for $50, and it's great. It doesn't have like the rubber matting on the back, which can actually turn your lino yellow. So if you have a mat, make sure you don't get anything with a rubber base. Okay, keep coming through. We have got, oh, I'll show you guys the pantries up top, sorry. So we have got more containers up here. These ones were for Kmart, they're great. They've got little handles that pop out. Really, really useful stuff to have your pantries with containers. This one, we keep things like our wraps, our boats. I've got a little doggy container here where I keep things like their next guide. Keep on coming down. We have, this is our main dinnerware. We use these bowls, which they are, they're like bamboo infused. They're really great. They're lightweight. I picked them up from Big W for like $5-10 or something like that. It's really cheap. But it's really good because obviously everything everything adds up weight is what I'm trying to say. And obviously it's better to have low weight. Then we have our Yeti cups. We have a knockoff. Thanks, Mum. She got us these for Christmas. And then we have our Yeti cups, which we use for our teas and drinks. Stubby coolers hang up there because they don't take up much space. And then the last of them is our, I guess it's our charging station. So again, more containers. I keep all our chargers all in there. And it does have, there are some like 240 volt inverter stuff up there, but it's such a small space that you can't really charge anything. One thing we really wish we had in this van was more USB ports. You know, everything charges on 12 volt, but instead we've just got little ones like this. We have a TV, which is great for things like YouTube. We don't really watch live TV. We don't even use our satellite, but we've watched things like YouTube and, you know, ABC iView on demand. We also have a little radio here, which is great. Can Bluetooth, different things like that. Nice big sink. We purchased some of these silicone lock soap dispenser holders, that's what they're called. It's been really great. I feel like it tidies up the bench space. You don't have things rocking around, and they actually don't move when we travel. So yeah, it's really cool. All right. Underneath, we have got Tupperware, everything Tupperware related. We've even got, stop that from falling. We've got our little ice cream molds, which we love. DIY ice cream. We've got chopping boards and things like this. We also invested in a little drying rack. So this is great. We can either pop it up here. This even fits in the sink if we need to, so that way things can dry directly over it. And as a different option, I also have a little one like that if I just want to leave some cups or something to dry, so that's been really useful. All right, underneath here, we've got little suction holder thing, which I keep things like the sink and some spray. We've got our soda stream.
You keep the sink in there?
We keep our spray under there. Sorry, I'm not sure if you can see that, but we have our soda stream under there as well, and we're trying to see how much we use, how much gas we get out of a bottle. So that's why we've got like a tally up there at the moment. In this little honey bucket, I keep our like fruit scraps and things like that, just because I don't like it mixing with the normal bin, and I feel like if you put that stuff in your bin, you use up your plastic bags way too much. So we try and keep it out. All right, well, while we're in this, yeah, keep the flies out. One thing that we haven't had, and I hope we never have is maggots and things like that. So if you can keep some of your fresh produce out of your main bin, it stops it going smelly. All right, keep on going. We have got a bin. I think this one was like an 18-litre bin that we picked up from Bunnings. And then we've got our fire extinguisher gets stored down here, and all the access to our water. So we've got the pump, which we can turn on and off here. We can turn on and off from the main. So if we're hooked up to water, we make sure we turn the pump off, and then we can choose which tank. So we have, as Colby mentioned, we've got 300 litres of water under the Caravan, and so we can just chop and change between that. And we also have a little water filter, which came with the Caravan. All right, I will pack this back up and I'll move on to the next spot. To finish off the kitchen, we have our cutlery. One thing that you'll find pretty much in every drawer and every cupboard is this like non-slip grip, and it just stops things rattling around so much. Got our knives in here. Then we have just all our main utensils. Another kitchen hack for you guys: get things that are stackable. It takes up a lot less space. So that's all that one. Then in our next drawer, this is our man drawer. If you have never watched Michael McIntyre, he's done a segment called The Man Drawer, and ever since we watched that, we just have to call it The Man Drawer. It's hilarious. I'll see if we can try and like roll a clip or link to it because it's the funniest thing. But yeah, so this is everything from our torches to our leveling, which is the first thing we do when we pull up to site. We've got extra cables, we've got Velcro, you name it, tools, things like that. Your man drawer. It's your bits and bobs drawer, I guess. Then in our last drawer, we have our cookware. Now, I'm pretty sure this was Companion, I want to say. We bought it because we saw someone else use it and it looks really cool because, you know, you have the removable handle and it makes it easy for storing, but it's definitely warped a little bit, which isn't a massive deal. But, I mean, to be able to remove the handle and get your storage space, it's good. And yeah, so that's our cookware. All right, we will turn around to the lounge room. So this is our lounge room. One of the first things that we get shown is we've got a telescopic bed. If you needed a third person, you can always put like another bit of foam and turn that into a bed. But that goes down when we travel. This comes back up. And one of the cool things is that it moves, so you can move it in closer if you're sitting there and doing a bit of work. It has a handle, so you can slide it and move it around, which is pretty nifty. So based on different setups and things like that, if you want to sit here and watch that way. But yeah, so that is our table. All right, we've got another drop bear storage where we keep our remotes because you lose stuff, and if things don't have a home, you lose it. So that's what this is great for. Over in the corner, we've got our control system, which controls things like our gas. We can turn the gas heater on and off. We can turn the hot water system, the gas heater on and off, the gas water on and off, and when we're plugged into power, we make sure that we turn it on to electricity. Have I missed anything? No. Okay, just wanted to check. Colby's a lot better with all the tech gadgety stuff. All right, we've got, I guess I might as well say, the windows. We've got the system where you can pull it down, fly screen, pull it up, fully enclosed, and there's just a whole series of latches and you can pop it out all the way. Underneath, I'm going to let Colby show you guys what's under there because that's more batteries and that's his world. Up here, as you can see, we actually don't fill all the storage, but that's where we just keep our laptop and things like hard drives and stuff like that get stored up there. In this one, we're currently keeping our camera bag. Again, we just don't have a lot of stuff. I feel like some people are really good at filling every cupboard. This is where I keep my hat. When we travel, I usually put it on the bed because it sometimes falls off, but this was that little macrame hat hanger that I made, which is pretty cool. All right, welcome to the bedroom. So in our bedroom, we've got two Sirocco fans. They're great. We can they're directional, so we can actually point them down to the lounge room if we want, but they're really good in summer just to get a bit of breeze or just for sound, that white noise, which is really good. Alright, we've got nice big bed. I'll show you the cupboards first. So we opted to go shelveless and we just have like a little rail in there and we have everything on coat hangers because I hate folding. Then we go up here and we've got a nice sized cupboard in all of them. We keep, that's Colby's socks and jocks, that's my kind of exercise and bathers, and then I've got my socks and jocks, and then my closet. We've got more drop bear pockets as well, which is just really good for like your books and things like that. And then down at the back we actually have these little nooks which are great. They've got two, it's like a plug with the two 12-volt USB ports in there as well, which is handy. One thing that happens every time we turn our God switch on, these lights come on, but they are pretty cool because you can dim them. So if you're reading at night, they're dimmable, which is pretty nifty. There's lots of lights in here, so much lights. Like, I feel like it's more lights than you could need if you turned them all on, but I mean, it is handy stuff. Let me pop over here. Alright, down the side of my bed is where I keep our laundry bucket. So this is just where we keep all the dirty clothes. It means that it's not scattered elsewhere and you don't have a floor dry. I picked this guy up from Bunnings, which was nice and easy. Doggo bed is on the floor just here. They love it. It's really comfy. It's from like these guys called Puplers, and they just, Fred is, if you can't find Fred, that's where he is. He's hanging out in his dog bed, which they love. And oh, we have a sky roof, a hatch, I guess. So if I wanted to, we could come on out and you could see the outside. Oh, I should show you. Do you want me to show you the solar panels while I'm here?
Sure.
All right. So yeah, that's the solar panels, and this is our rooftop view. All right, let's go back. So one of the best parts about this caravan is the storage. So you can see there's heaps of storage everywhere, but our bed is actually on gas struts, and we have just a world of storage underneath here. It's great. We've got things like Colby's work clothes, camera gear, winter clothes, books, vacuum cleaner, heaps. So it's a nice little hidden bit. Keeps everything out of the way, which is great. And that just comes down. Alright, so you might have noticed that we have some funky prints on our couches, and we did that because we really wanted to make sure that the dogs weren't scratching the leather, the fake leather that's under it. So my mother-in-law actually made these for us. We went and we bought the print, and she just stitched in some fabric, which is great. And then underneath is where the magic happens, I guess. So I'm not going to waffle on about it. I'm actually going to pass over to Colby, who'll talk to you guys about our battery system setup.
So in this van we've got 400 amp hours of lithium. It's a full EnerDrive off-grid system. So this is the full off-grid EnerDrive system. It's got 400 amp hours of lithium. It's the RV80, and it has a 2600 watt inverter, and so far I think the lowest we've got was, 55%? And that's because we were in the Pantry rainforest for 3 days or 4 days. So with the 720 watts of solar, we normally, like in good sun, we'll get our 40 amps, no worries. It's more than we need. It'll run the aircon for like 6 hours. We've never needed that. Normally we just run it on for about an hour before bed or something like that. It runs the wash machine, runs the microwave, runs the heater, yeah, does everything. So the only thing I would change with this whole setup is that the DC to DC charger can only prioritise one input at a time, so it'll only prioritise your solar or your car. Whichever one's performing the best, it'll switch to that. And it's normally enough. It'd just be nice if it was a cloudy day and you were getting, 15 amps from the sun and then only getting 15 amps from your car. It'll combine them, where if you're only getting 15 amps of solar and then 16 amps from your car, it'll only take the 16 amp one, so you're essentially wasting one sort of power source. Your car normally puts out more than that. We normally get around 30 to 40 amps out of the car, so it hasn't been an issue. We don't drive very far though, so far it's been perfect. We do have Truma Reventa aircon. We only really got it for resale, to be honest. We weren't very big on it, but it's easier to put it in from new than second hand.
It's come in handy.
It has come in handy. We've used it a couple of times when it was real hot in summer. We just took the edge off. It'll probably be handy in hot places like WA and that sort of stuff. So, I don't know, maybe we'll use it. We used the heater twice.
Yeah. All right, so that was a tour of our caravan. Sorry that we didn't get to it sooner. We'd been meaning to do it for ages and we just... I haven't had it clean enough really to do it.
It's never been messy.
No, it hasn't been that messy. I guess we just wanted a place where we felt comfortable that we could carry a camera around the caravan. So, yeah, that's it.
If you have any questions or want to see anything else about the van or, you know, are we liking it?
Yeah, things like that. Drop a comment, let us know. And, yeah, if you have any other questions, things that you've seen that we didn't mention that we purchased, just, yeah, let us know and we'll get back to you and show you guys, I guess, caravan life. All right.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode.